Now for the one thing that I've had on both cars and that I use on a daily basis. Kind of like this one. It's honestly debating on selling this and getting an Elantra N. It's your boy Dark Rise. Thank you for tuning in to another video. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the top 5 must-haves for your Kia Stinger. So I'm going to be talking about pretty much the essentials, the things you must have in order to love this car. These are the things that if you install and you were to uninstall, you would instantly regret it because you would definitely notice it. For example, something that is not an essential in my case would be probably wheels. Honestly, you could fly by with the OEM wheels, just painting them in black. The thing that I would find to be the first essential would be to lower the car. Driving the Stinger around at stock height is not ideal. You will not look good, and you will definitely get some eyes from the car community like, bro, you can't afford a suspension. Like on this case, I'm running some lowering springs. I used to have coilovers on the other car, but I think lowering springs are just perfect. They're not too low. The fitment is great. As you see, my fitment is perfect. I'm running H&R lowering springs. I think these are the best. You get the perfect amount of clearance as well as having nearly perfect fitment. If you look at that, I could barely fit my finger in there. Let me show you guys. Look at that. That's like 1 finger gap. If I were to add another spacer, I'm sure I would not be able to poke my finger in there. But I'm running some 20s with some 295, 285 in the rear. Up in the front, we got 245s. These are also 20s up in the front. I don't find wheels to be an essential. Riding with the stock wheels, just painting them in black is good enough. Adding a little spacer maybe up in the front. To me, out of all the lowering spring options, I think this one was going to be the best. It's the lowest option available as well. If I was running some 18s, this car would definitely be lower and I would have a lot of problems clearing. But these ones to me are just perfect. If I do really want to go down to 18s because these are 20s, and to me at this ride height it's still pretty tall. If I were to drop to maybe 19s, it would look even better. But lowering the car has to be one of the most noticeable ones visually. If you were not to lower the car looks way too tall. It looks like you're about to go off-roading, and if you were to go to a car show, people will judge. They would be like, bro, what the heck? You could fit a whole arm in there. Now for the next exterior essential, you would think I would say hood, but honestly the stock hood looks pretty good on a Stinger. If I could have found a GTS orange hood available, I think I would have rocked that over this one. The one this one came with was all cracked. I ended up just going with this GTS hood. So the next must-have mod that is an exterior appearance would have to be a body kit. So I have the whole KTM built body kit. So up in the front, I'm rocking the KTM built front lip. We got the front splitter, and then we're gonna move over to the side skirt, and then we also have these accents, the trim blackout door accents. I love these things really tie it all in and makes it look even more sporty. And then we got the rear diffuser, which is my favorite. I've ran like 3 or 4 rear diffusers on the old Kia Stinger and this one has got to be my favorite. It just looks so OEM plus, makes the car look even lower. And then we got the rear splitter as well, and my favorite part would have to be the wing. This is like the must have out of all of them. This is my favorite. This is what makes me stand out from the rest, and it just looks great. People always compliment me, and in person people are like, yo, what kind of car is this? Especially since it's D-badged. Can't forget about the roof spoiler. This one's awesome. Used to have one with LED lights up in the back on the old Kia Stinger, but that got sold out. So I'm rocking this one from KTM built, and it just flows so well. It's like flush. Look at that aerodynamics. We got the sunroof, then we got the roof spoiler, and then we got the real spoiler up in the back. Also forgot about the M style mirror caps. These are awesome. This really makes the car look sporty, especially with having that BMW style front hood. This thing looks aggressive. The way this car sits now is just perfect. Literally nothing else to do. The only thing I could think of is maybe a wide body kit. But do you wide body kit a Kia Stinger? Honestly, I don't think so. I did wide body my old Kia Optima, but this one, honestly, I don't see it wide body. I think it just looks perfect the way it is. The body lines are awesome. It looks super girthy up in the back. I will have a link to everything you see down in the description. Just realized it's almost 5 and I need to go drop off your guys' orders. I gotta tell you guys, thank you so much to everybody who supports the channel and gets something from KTM Built. Without you guys, videos like this are not possible. And for this video, I am gonna promote something and give you guys a free jet tag if you guys get a license plate cover. And also, if you buy a GT wing, you get a free jet tag and entry. The giveaway has been extended. I ordered more jet tags just for those who been watching the videos and want to enter and get yourself access to winning a free rear diffuser, or also a front splitter, or the YouTube and Netflix CarPlay adapter. I'm gonna give you guys an extended period, so go get yourself a jet tag, enter the giveaway. Now let me go drop these orders off. Dude, check out the color difference between these two oranges. Kind of like this one. It's a little bit darker, but honestly, since this is resprayed, I wonder if the original color is closer to that. If anybody knows what color that is, comment down below, because I know that this is a respray and you can never get it to exactly paint match. So the whole car had to get resprayed. But I mean, the difference in these two is a lot. Selling the old sway bars, got them out here in the back. The ones that are from Whiteline, since we switched over to some Super Pro. But here they are. They're pretty new. They only had like 3,000 miles. But yeah, let's see what kind of Stinger pulls up. But the Stinger looks good. It gets dirty so fast. I don't like the wrap. The hood just gets dirty within like 2 days. Oh, there it is. Damn. Ooh, that thing looks neat. GT all-wheel drive. Those rims are nice. I want some brushed aluminum rims for the Stinger too. I was looking for some 18s. Matt, nice to meet you. And then we got another Stinger. Yeah, dude, this one's sick. I like it. Now for the one thing that I've had on both cars and that I use on a daily basis, and that has to be the remote start system. The remote start system is game changer. I love it. I got mine from My Key Premium. The remote system is pretty awesome. I use it, like I said, every single day, especially in the mornings when the car is cold. I warm it up when I'm getting ready. So that way, by the time I hop in the car's ready to go. I don't have to wait and let it sit and idle and get all warmed up. This thing warms up on itself. So I would have to say this remote start system is a must-have essential, especially if you want to turn some heads when you're parked up. You just take a listen. Ooh, this thing sounds good. If you're parked up somewhere, like let's just say you go to a boba shop or a restaurant, you're parked up right up front, and then you want everybody to know that this is your car. Remote start that thing, so by the time you're walking to it, this thing turns on and everybody's like, yo, how did he turn his car on without being inside? You know, it just shocks everybody. So this is like my favorite piece, and it doesn't really show. Like, people don't even know it. Everybody thinks this is like an OEM feature. Have it tucked up underneath down here. You can't even see it, but it's tucked up underneath the carpet down here. You could never tell, and it's just convenient. I've never had any issues with it. I do have a bunch of videos on Instagram of me always remote starting the car, and that's pretty much how I do it. It's game changer. I always get comments like, oh, this thing sounds sick, looks sick, and I wouldn't be able to remote start without them. So yeah, all you do is pretty much hop in after you remote start it, and then you just press the brake pedal, and just like that, you're ready to drive. Put this thing in drive. Obviously put your seatbelt first, but it makes this car just so much better. Gosh, I forget how loud these pop and bangs are. Jeez, bro, this thing's so loud. Now that I'm in the car, that leads me to my next must-have essential, and that has to be the blow-off valves. So I used to have blow-off valves on the old Kia Stinger. I used to have the HKS ones, and I got tired of them within like the first 2 months because they were always way too loud. If I was in eco mode, they were loud. If I was in sport mode, they were extremely loud, and I just couldn't drive around, especially here in California, just because the police heard the blow-off valves go off. But like, for example, right now I'm on eco mode and I'm gonna accelerate, and those blow-off valves sound stock. Like they did not sound that loud. Now if I put it into sport mode, so the blow-off valve would probably be under the performance essential. Damn. Jeez, dude. Thing picks up so fast, my phone falls. I gotta put it on the mount, because bruh, that's crazy. Shit, bro. Sounds like I'm on a bus or even like a semi truck with turbos, dude, like a diesel. Just hear those blow-off valves release the air like instantly. Look at that. Oh, dude, this thing sounds great. But yes, blow-off valves are a must. These are the KTM built blow-off valves. I love these because they're adjustable. If I want them to be louder, I tighten it. If I want them to be less aggressive, you know, I do it in the softer side. Right now, I'm on the softer side. I don't like being too aggressive. This to me is the perfect amount. Just take a listen. Dude, I break necks every time. And if I don't want to be that loud, just go back into eco mode. And I mean, just take a listen. Look, blow-off valves sound quiet. You guys probably would think I'd say an exhaust is an essential. I don't think the Kia Stinger sounds that great for you to put an exhaust. I mean, it sounds good. Twin turbo V6 doesn't sound that bad, but you're never gonna really get complimented, really. So I could live with the car being quiet, just having some blow-off valves, or just having, like me, an adjustable exhaust. I do have frontless, catless downpipes, and then the secondaries are also catless. So it makes the car sound better than what it would be with just the catback exhaust. But I mean, let's hear this thing cool. Dude, the pop and bangs though, they really make the car extra loud. Woo. Damn, dude. This thing picks up so fast. No joke, it makes me clench my balls every time. SLEEPYTUNED goes crazy. Ooh. Thing's aggressive. Damn, bro, so much boost, my phone fell. The Acura's trying to pop it like this thing ain't got a chance, buddy. But blow-off valves to me are a must, especially these adjustable ones. Blow-off valves have to be my performance essential. I love these. I have blow-off valves on the old Stinger and then this one as well. I could live without having some air intakes. Honestly, I got annoyed, especially when they heat soak like crazy. The only real air intakes that honestly I think might do a difference is some AFE ones, but they're expensive, and I just don't want to deal with the headache of getting state refed and getting questioned and all that BS. So as for engine essentials, that would have to be the blow-off valve. Now let's hop back inside. Now for an interior essential, you would think I would say a steering wheel. I used to have a carbon fiber steering wheel on the old Kia Stinger with the LEDs right here. Honestly, I hated it. After about half a year, it started to separate from itself and it just looks so tacky. It killed the interior. And then I also had a carbon fiber dash here. I could live without that. You would probably think I'd say the ambient plug and play lighting kit. Like I would, like that's like right in between the wireless Apple CarPlay with YouTube and Netflix. Honestly, this is a must. I watch Netflix, I watch my YouTube on here, I watch my videos that I make myself on here as well. Whenever I have guests, I have this thing playing so this thing doesn't look as outdated, because you know this thing has been discontinued and they don't make newer ones. I would have to go with the YouTube and Netflix wireless Apple CarPlay over the LED air vents. I love these, but I only see these at night. Like during the day, it's just the silver piece. I kind of really don't notice it, but when you have both of these, it just ties in so well and it makes the whole ambience in here so much better and luxurious. Yeah, that's pretty much the only mods. Like I said, the old Stinger had a bunch of mods and I could live without them. I'm happy without all those. I love the phone mount, don't get me wrong. I always am rocking this thing and I just have it like that, or I sometimes put my EK1 on there. And the best part, it connects to Apple CarPlay without a wire. Like this makes it look so modern compared to before. Before, having a wire just sucks, always having to plug it in. And I don't know if you guys knew this, but constantly plugging in your device to charge actually makes the lifespan of the battery go bad faster. So not only does this device make the whole ambience here so much better, but it's actually saving the lifespan of my phone. An honorable mention would have to be getting a SLEEPYTUNED, because JB4 just didn't do it for me. I did not have excitement like the way I have with the SLEEPYTUNED. SLEEPYTUNED transformed the way this car feels, and it's just so much more aggressive. And I'm not even on like the most sporty like tune, like I'm on like his most basic one. I was like, hey bro, can you give me one that's just a little higher than a stock file, and you know, with the little sauce, the little pump of bang? And he's like, here you go sissy, and he sent me that file over. And honestly, I'm way more in love with the car now compared to before. I mean, look at how it shifts. It just accelerates so much better. And for all my boys that are trying to get tuned, use my code DARKRISE at checkout when you go get your SLEEPYTUNED. You'll save some money, because I know a lot of you guys are like me, you guys want to save. Ooh, those pops sound amazing. Ooh, an Elantra N. Bro, I want to race one of those so bad. I'm honestly debating on selling this and getting an Elantra N. Hopefully that fool slows down and I could get up to him. If I switch over to an Elantra N, will you guys watch is the question. Do you guys want to see some Elantra N content? I know those things come with the stock burble, and a lot of people have been getting state ref with those. Yo. I mean, I'm sure this would beat an Elantra N though. Stock for sure. Even an Elantra N tuned, like a full bolt-on with a tune, I'm sure my stock file would still gap it, right? I mean, if there's any SoCal Elantra N's out there that want to test that theory out, let me know and let's make some content. Or if any of you guys know an Elantra N out in SoCal that's wanting to do some content, let's film, because honestly there's no one out here that really makes KDM content. I try to reach out to people, but they're from Arizona, or some people just, I guess, don't want to mix the sceneries with like an Elantra and a Stinger. I don't know what it is, but yeah, hit me up or tag him down below so that they watch this, because I really want to make some content. Oh, that's pretty sick. I didn't know you could take those on the road. Yo, that thing was loud underneath that little tree tunnel. Yeah, that thing sounded like it broke down. All these cars are getting hit by some pops. They're thinking they're getting shot. Since I've changed the tires though, this thing is so much more grippy, and then with the sway bars that I installed in the previous video, if you guys haven't, go check that out. It was a good video. I took it out on the canyon and this thing grips. Like, I was so planted. I felt like I was in control finally after quite some time, dude. I always felt like this thing was too wavy, like I was gonna lose control or something, but now it's just so much more stuck to the ground. And we're back. I swear every single video I do, I'm getting gas. Like, this thing is a gas guzzler. My current average MPG is 17 20.7. The other time I think it was 21, so I guess I was driving a little bit more aggressive this time. I did go to the canyon, so I think that was why. I swear I'm gonna put this car into retirement and not drive it anymore. Oh. Yes, I would like my receipt. Hopefully I could use this for my taxes. Warm start. Ooh, the thing sounded good. Dude, this thing picks up speed. It gets me every time. Ooh. Yo. This car, honestly, is complete. There's nothing else I could pretty much do, like I said, other than the wide body kit. And I think it's time. I think I should get an Elantra N or wait for that new Genesis coupe that they might come out with. I've been seeing concept, but they actually turned it into a real thing. So maybe it might come out. So I'm thinking, should I sell this car and get a Hyundai Elantra N, or do I wait and maybe they might come up with a coupe? Because I've been wanting a coupe. We've only had 4 doors on the channel, and I think a 2-door would be awesome. That's gonna be it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.